Hello and welcome to day 7 of Myra's Crafting Playground's advent calendar. Oh my goodness, sorry, just looking, noticed my collar was turned up and just had to fix that. That's what happens when you stare at yourself on a video. Anyhow, today I have for you, so I mentioned that I had recently had my last in-home class of the Christmas season. And it was a Tagmas class because I had 24 different tags for the participants to make, and we had a great time. So I'm going to show you 4 of the tags that we made. What we used, first of all, is we used this, which is the Pattern Tags die set, and primarily in this die set we used the tag outline here. I love this set totally, but what I really wanted to do was not only use that set, but to use the Christmas Tags and More specialty paper. And this paper is a 6x6 paper pack, double-sided of course, multiple pages of each pattern. Let's see if I can show this to you. So there are, I believe, six of each, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it looks like 7, 8. So there would be 8 that have this pattern on the front, and then the back is a solid checker, which would be great in the summertime with ants and picnics and flowers, all kinds of things. So it's not going to go to waste, that's for darn sure. Then the next page is like this, and if you cut off this border on the side, it's a perfect A2 card front, so that makes it useful. And then you can add or whatever. And even the card that I did yesterday with the gift card, so this DSP on the side would be an excellent piece of paper to use where you just need to decorate a small side panel. And on the back is this, which is a pretty neutral print in beige. Then we have something similar again with the A2 card front being an ornament, and the side strip again. And the back again is, I just noticed, it looks like it's exactly the same. One is, I said beige, but they appear to both be a green. Okay, surprise to me. And finally this piece, which to me looks like kitchen towels. I don't know about you, but it looks like kitchen towels to me. And this is the one we're using for the tags, and the back is also another green pattern. So a great little pack, and that comes in the 6x6. So I'll put that aside. And the other thing that's in that pack, which is what we're going to use as well, is 2, and they're so well cut out that if I hold them up they're going to start falling apart, but 2 sheets of ephemera that literally come apart. Actually, I lied, there's 3. There's 3 and they are already coming apart. Okay, this one's not so bad, so I'll hold this one up. You can see there's some tags on the bottom, so I'm going to pull out one of the tags. I'm going to pull out the Christmas tree. I'm going to pull out the bells and the holly and some presents. Okay, so I've pulled out some of those. I'm going to leave these here for now. So those are the ones I won't be using today. Okay, less to fall on the floor, sorry, I know. Then here is another one, and I'll be using that, and as you can see the one ornament slipped out already, but I won't be using that today anyhow. I will be using the holly, and there's another present here that I will be using. And I think that's all from that one. And then the third sheet third sheet, what have we got here? The third sheet, whoopsie, ornament. Ha! I lied again, there are 4 sheets. Okay, I guess, you know what? There must be 2 of each. Anyhow, these are the 4 sheets, not 2 sheets, 4 sheets. Sorry about that. All right, so if I need some extra pieces from my tags, I will go back to these 4 sheets, but for now I'll put them aside and hopefully I have enough. So the tags that I have for you, so there's this one, and there's a little tree with the 3 presents, which are popped up. And then I have one of the verses from my emboss and cut folder that I showed you earlier this week. So there's one tag. Another tag that I made from all of the same items is this one. So that's kind of simple. That just has the sprig, it has a fa-la-la, and the bells that are popped up as well. And then I've used these labels, you saw them on the package, they were along the bottom here. I've used these things here as a place where you can put your to and from. So it's behind there, and these can get put on your packages. Some of them I moved the label around front so it kind of sticks out like that, but it still has the to from on the back. And this one is with love on the bottom. And then this final one, I used the candy canes and some holly behind there, and again the label with to from. In this case, I don't know if I would have preferred the label be around back because it kind of blocks the holly, but anyway. And then all of this I used the cord that we had earlier. I'm not sure if it's still available, but it's it's a braided cord. It's gold and linen, and it's beautiful. So we're going to go down to the table, and we're just going to make up some of these tags really quick. I'm going to show you how quickly they are to make. And so no package will go, will become a mystery package as to who it's really for because you totally forgot. Because I know I do that. I wrap all the packages and put them under the tree. Oh yeah, I'll remember, no problem. Not happening. That is definitely not me. Okay, so I'm starting to take my labels out of my little plastic bags, but here we go. So as I said, I've got a whole bunch of these things cut because as I did a class where I needed one particular label, and with the cut and emboss the word, Christmas words, oh my goodness, I ended up with so many, and they have just been a treasure to have because I get to use them on all of my projects. Cleaning up as I go here. So here we go. Here are our 4 tags. Let's put them back over here. And so we have fa-la-la goes over there. Ho ho ho. Let's organize ourselves. That one goes down over here. And I have a with love here, which will also come in handy come Valentine's Day or any other occasion as well. So I'm just going to sort these out and see what I'm missing. So on the first tag I used this label, on the second tag I used this one. On the third one I'm hiding it. Oh, there we go. I used this. No, it's different. I used this tag, and on the last one I used the holly and berry. So let me just grab that. Okay, and there's that tag. So I have my one holly there. Here I've got some presents. Ooh, I grabbed the big one. I don't need the big one. And what else did I have here that I don't have? Oh, there we go, the tree. Okay, and here we have this, and we're ready to go there. And what are we missing? We're missing a sprig here, and we're missing the candy canes. So let me just bring back the ephemera. We have the candy canes that we're missing here. And the holly. Look at that. They're right beside each other on this sheet. So this was behind there, and this goes over there. All right, so perfect. Now, roll up my sleeves before my sleeves grab things and suddenly they're on the floor. Oh, no surprise. Oh, you know what I don't have here, though, is my little punch. So, we're just going to improvise a little bit. And I have some different cord here as well. Oh my goodness, I can't wait until I get everything back up in my craft room. It's terrible working two different spots. Why you should keep your craft room clean. There's my New Year's resolution. So, I don't have a punch to put the hole in the label. Oh my goodness, but I can wrap this cord and put it here, and I will, you know, nothing is a mistake. It's always a creative experience, right? So we have some cord there, that's fine. Then we can take the ephemera pieces and we're going to adapt. So instead of putting it through the hole, I'm just going to glue it on. Then I'll also be able to make sure that that does not block my wonderful sprig here. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop this up. So we will just make sure it all works. Don't know if I needed 3, but probably 3 or maybe 4 up in the middle, but again, so I'm just going to put that like that, and I'm going to add the With Love below. And there you go, one tag done. Now, how easy was that, right? I mean, a little bit of ephemera, a little bit of paper, a greeting, and you're good to go. So With Love, let's put it right side up. There you go. One tag done. We can tie that securely on our gifts. So there we go. We've got 2. We'll move over here, and we're doing pretty much the same thing. I will be putting my to and from stamp on the back afterwards. So, you know, that's up to you how you want to do that. So I'm just going to put this down at an angle. And now, of course, because I have it that way, it's not going to hide my holly like it did over there. So we're just, let's go this way. I'm going to bring that right under the hole. It'll reinforce the hole as well. And then I'm just going to pop up my candy canes. I mean, you don't want to work too hard, right? People get their gifts, they rip off the wrapping paper, suddenly everything is in the garbage, and all that hard work that you put into making these things, you know, you just want to make sure that they get excited about wanting to open it because it's so pretty, but you don't want to pour labor of love into all of this to watch it go out quickly in the recycle bin. So I don't know. I like doing the paper crafting, but when it comes to some of these things, I'm not going to put a ton of effort into the tags. But see, it can still be pretty and simple with limited labor. So we're going to continue on. We're going to add this label again at the top. And put that there. I kind of like this different methodology of adding the label on the side there, because I can cover it up a bit. And then we're going to pop our jingle bells. And I'm just going to use 3 and pop those up here. Add that on top. I pushed it down a bit so that I'd have room for my fa-la-la. My fa-la-la on this is going up on the top. And so I just wanted to make sure that there was room for my fa-la-la. I was going to break out into song and then thought better of it. I do not have a good voice, that's for sure. Okay, and we'll add some cord onto this one as well, because you don't want it to fall off the package, that's for darn sure. Otherwise all this tag making is for nothing, right? You got tags and the tags are falling off on the floor, then you're going to have a whole pile of mystery gifts under the tree. So let's keep these tags good and secure. Add the cord onto the top. Alright, that's 3 done. Look at how fast this is going. Unbelievable. So for this one, I put my tree down, the center, oh, don't want it to block the hole, that's what I'm fussing with here because it's just a little bit high, but anyway. Then my presents get popped, and I'm just looking that I probably should have put my tag under the tree, and I did not. So let's see what we can create there. So I'm going to start with my center present, put it under the tree, and then I'm going to pop each one of these to one side. I'm just resting the corners on top so that, you know, they just overlap a little bit. Going to add our ho ho ho. Who doesn't know who says that? And here's my ho ho ho. Going to put that across the top of the tree, except I'm not going to go oh oh oh. No, I'm going to go ho ho ho. Oh 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 is what I do when I'm made a mistake. Maybe I should cut out some extra one of these. Alright, there we go. Now this guy, I'm going to put the tape on the front of it so that I can fasten it to the back of the tag. Just there so it sticks out. And then we're going to add the cord on this as well. So look at that. Oh my goodness. 20 minutes and we've got 4 tags. Well, I don't know about you, but that makes me happy. Didn't take a lot of effort. My heart won't be broken when, like I said, they end up in the recycling bin. unless you're really good at saving them for next year. But yeah, so here, oops, this one I think I cut the cord awfully long. I could probably get 2 out of here, so let's see if I can fix this. I'm going to not do it in half, but where's a more reasonable amount of cord, and then I'll just trim off the end. And there's lots of room for my to and from on the back of each of these labels. So here we go. The cord is certainly tougher than the paper, so be mindful when you're giving it a pull. There we go. Look at that. Am I ready? Am I ready to wrap some presents? Let's see. There we go. There's our different labels. 8 of them, the original ones I had and the ones I just made for you with you now. I hope you enjoyed that. That was my little quickie ode to Tagmas. And next year I think that's going to be a feature thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.